So that's what I tell them, man. And you know what? I know a lot of them didn't like me, but you know what? They call on me. They call me. They talk to me. And you know what? I feel like I got friends that I played with now. And when I left the league, I didn't think I left the league with more than 5 friends. So on this side of life, it's been good.
Who was your favorite teammate on the Cowboys, the team that won 3 Super Bowl titles in a 4-year span? I'm not asking you who the
favorite. What do you mean favorite? Hey, I loved a lot of them, man. As I tell the guys now, man, you know what? I only like the guys that played. Rest of them I don't remember their names, man. If you didn't show up, if you got to be back to play, then guess what? I probably don't know you. And I run into a lot of players that say they played with me, but I don't remember that because you know what? They didn't leave anything on me. But most of the guys that I played with, man, that really put it together, man. We always go and break bread. Troy, Darren Woodson, Moose, Michael, Emmett, Leon Ladd, Tony Tobel, Russell, Tony Casillas, Chad, we all, and I'm leaving out guys, man, but those guys meant a lot to me. And I never let people too far into my life because I didn't want people to understand that dark side. I just gave them just a little bit of glimpse of who Charles Haley was, and I kept the rest hid.
How do you compare the dynasties? Most people don't play on 2 dynasties in their career. You played on 2 dynasties almost back to back. You had a dynasty with the 49ers, you get traded to the Dallas Cowboys, and you're part of a dynasty there. Do you compare those dynasties, Charles?
You know what? I just say, you know what? I play with a lot of great players, Hall of Famers. I just thank God for Bill Walsh. Bill Walsh made me the man I am because he was the first coach who ever treated me like a man. And I think he broke down a lot of the barriers that I had. And he helped me to really understand the game. George Seifert was a micromanager. So he made me really learn every position on defense for every player. Ronnie Lott, he was my hero. And until this 10-year-old kid asked him a question. And the kid asked Ronnie, said, Ronnie, what makes you great? That shadow, I was under that shadow. And Ronnie said, I play without fear. That was the last day I stood under his shadow. Because you know what? That was the last day that I had to sit and ask myself, how can he do that? How can you do it? That I realized, you know what? I love this game. What am I afraid of? Am I afraid of greatness? That's what I was born for.
Charles, the 25-year anniversary of the Cowboys not winning a Super Bowl, did you ever think you would be part of the last Dallas Cowboys team? And the year was technically, the Super Bowl was held in 1996. Did you think you would be part of the last team to win a Super Bowl, and here we would be in 2020?
Bruh, you know what? My thing is that, most of the teams that win on a consistent basis are able to put a coaching staff together and for over years, because that's when, every other year or every 2 or 3 years, you got a coaching change. That means all the terminology change, personnel change. It's a mindset. You start thinking it's just a rotation. So when you see dynasties or you see teams not winning, all you got to do is look at that path. And then you look at the teams that have been winning, and you'll see coaching staff that's been there for a while. And I think the Cowboys have put together a great a great head coach, and I think it's time now for the Cowboys to step up offensively. They need to show up. They got a center now. They need to make sure they get a left guard that can play in there, and so they don't get thrown up on Dak's chest and be able to knock somebody off the line of scrimmage. Last year Zeke had to make the holes. There was no holes there. He had to bulldoze through to make the holes, and he doesn't get the credit he deserves for that. And Dak, man, you know what? He got to, hey, bruh, he got to allow those other guys to make plays, throw the ball, make them make plays. Hey, stop trying to control it. You got to put it out there, and guess what? They got to go get it, and they got to be hungry. And I felt the hunger, but then the commitment, wasn't there, and the follow through. Because is when I played, we were out on the field 15 minutes before practice started. They were walking out on the field as the horn blowing, but yet you want to be a champion. But yet you're supposed to be setting a standard for the guy behind you. But yet you won't talk to the guy behind you because you're making a lot of money, and if you teach him something, you're scared he's going to take your money. You can't win like that. You can't win like that unless you're going to bring a coach in that can to take this kid to another level, or the kid got to have it when he comes. But that's the things that's the biggest change, is that players don't pull each other up anymore. They don't pull each other up no more. They don't teach them what they know. I taught it. Everything that I knew, I tried to teach it to the guy that's next to me or below me, because guess what? That made me up my game, because I felt like they would take my job. So, but that's no more. Guys you try to teach them something, the first thing they go is, I can't do that. I can't do it. It's before you can even finish, I can't. And I tell them, I said, give me a reason you can do it. And so that's the biggest thing that I find with guys is that the complacency, the lack of work ethic, endurance, that they're out of shape. They can only play about 2 to 3 plays and take tapping. When you need guys out there on third down, or you need a big play, they're on the sideline. You can, you just have to, those things wouldn't go unchecked, because, there's consequences for us losing because you ain't in shape, and those players understood that. And I don't think, when you got your captains being the ones that's out of shape, trying to tell somebody else something, it doesn't make sense.
A couple last questions, Charles. What's your biggest memory from that 3 Super Bowl title Cowboys dynasty in a 4-year span?
I just think that my greatest memories is just being a part, man. I never got a chance to really enjoy any Super Bowl because I was always hungry. I never would put my ring on. I couldn't remember the game. If somebody would ask me about, the plays that they have to ask me about, I have to see it first, or I have to see it over and over again. I don't remember what happened during those games and stuff. I just enjoyed the moment. I enjoyed the moment. I enjoyed going to the Pro Bowl afterwards and guys, going like, man, congratulations, I always say they kissing the ring, hey, I'm Godfather, they kissing the ring because I just won a Super Bowl. And I'm going to tell you, they did it the first time. After that, I wanted them to kiss a whole bunch of rings, so that's why I kept putting them on.
Next to the last question.
This last question, man. I ain't talking to your ass all day.
Okay, Charles, I'll make it the last one. Charles, I think you're a good dude, man. Even all my boys always say, "Man, Charles was a madman. He was a madman." You're cool with Charles like that? I'm like, man, I'm cool with Charles like that. I love Charles. He always acknowledges me. He goes out of his way to acknowledge me. Just the fact that you're doing this interview, Charles, how do you want to be remembered?
Well, that's what I have on my mirror is how, I ask myself, I'm a goal setting guy, and I have a note on my mirror, and it says, how do you want to be remembered? And then behind my door is what I do today is how I'm going to be remembered tomorrow. So every day I think about how I want to be remembered tomorrow. And every day I put my best foot forward. I try to help those that need help and those that don't need help. And I realized God gave me a platform. Use it wisely, you know. At this point in my life, man, I'm happy, shit, and that's the thrill that I have now in my life is that I have joy in my life and happiness. Um, you know, I hunger and thirst for new things, um, and but yet I'm happy just going out and watering my flowers, just spending time with God. The little things in life just gives me so much pleasure now. And I wish that I could have slowed down when I played and early in my life to be able to enjoy all of God's work. So that's how I want to be remembered. I tell my kids all the time. I tell them, I don't want to hear you say you love me. I just want to hear you say thank you. Thank you, Dad, for all the things you've done. If I pass, I just want people to say thank you. They don't have to say they love me or any other enduring words. Just say thank you, and we keep it moving.